All right, here we go. Let me get this shared around and ready to rock. All right. I forgot how to do chat. That's going to be important to figure out. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Where's my thing? There we go. All right. Let's try this. Share link. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. It's hard to put this damn thing in like all the requisite spots. Like I'm in so many various discords of various, purposes. I gotta remember to send this to my mom too. She always likes to watch me make fun of people naturally. Then I will have chat back up momentarily. Nope, that's not what I wanted. All right, gotta go share it once more. Send it to my mom, and then we'll be Gucci. All right, we are ready. We got 4 minutes till race time. Very excited for that. Oh, crikey. All right. There's Muhammad back with his reactions. I knew you'd be here, buddy. I was just saying that. Reacts is the most important part, no? None of my friends are online, apparently. Nobody wants to watch PCC Bottom Split. I don't even, is that a judge? I don't even know what that is. Looked like a judge to me, but it was only up there for 2 seconds and I wasn't looking right at it. All right, we got just under 3 minutes till session launches, and then we will go find ourselves a bottom split. I don't remember how to spectate any of this. Can I spectate from here, or do I have to spectate from the thing? Start spectating. Okay. What happened to my mouse? There we go. Mouse is having a stroke. That's okay. All right, I am excited. This was a lot of fun to do. A couple weeks ago, we did this at VIR watched a couple races, and we had some funny moments, but I also learned a little bit about some of the very valid complaints about PCC. I think this is going to be the most madness. We're going to have probably a standing start, I would guess, in bottom split, just based on the precedent. And we're probably also going to have, in at least one of these races, hopefully will be wet. So what could possibly go wrong, right? So we'll see how it goes. We got just under 2 minutes. I can't remember how many people ran my race last night, but there were 40 cars or 39 cars in my split. So there must have been about 200 people, but 186 so far here tonight. It's still relatively early. It's 7:30 Central Time, so I would expect this one, maybe one or two more, to be pretty populated as well from the U.S. folks. And then, we get the late European folks, the very early Australian folks. So we're going to question if it's Wreckfest or iRacing. I question that in top split PCC, though. Like, that's not unique to this today. Like, that's pretty standard, but that's more of a PCC thing than a bottom split thing. Well, it's a bottom split thing too. I shouldn't say that. It's prevalent pretty much everywhere, but I don't think I'm going to question it as much as I'm just going to be like shaking my head. Like, the more I think about this, the sadder it is that like I really shouldn't subject myself to watching these because it's just going to ruin my perception of what this series is for different people. Like in my head, it's all well and lovely and fun, like it is for the top split, and I just people disagree and people have their grievances and whatever, but I still get good knowledge and good laughing out of it. But I feel like watching bottom split just ruins my faith in all this. So who knows? But we'll give it a whirl regardless. Just shy of 200 people, 199, which is awesome. 20 seconds to go. I assume we'll get a couple more and get over 200 here, which is fine. That's actually good. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Appreciate all the likes on the stream. If you didn't watch my PCC video earlier today, my challenge of this I drove last night, go check that out. I don't think I have a video for tomorrow, Friday, unfortunately. I just don't have anything ready to rock. But I'm going to try to get something done for Monday. Of course, we have Ford versus Chevy on Saturday and Road Trip Adventure on Sunday. Back to good racing content next week. We'll have a couple different league races, maybe some rallycross or something. I don't know. It's going to be a very busy week for me next week. So it's my customer base, if you think about it. Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of the people that you're looking for. You should take notes from this and just be like, all right, have to reach out to blank, blank, blank because they obviously need help. So that's actually funny. I hadn't considered that at all, but it's very valid and very true. All right, let's see if we have a session launch. We should by now. Spectate, nope, still no race sessions live, so we'll wait a couple more seconds. It's hot here, man. I am properly sweaty. Have my fan on, have everything on, but it's still just like killing me. There are no sessions. They still haven't had session launch. What the hell are we waiting for? Come on, iRacing. Yeah, it's still warm today. It was only like 82 or something, but still warm. Supposed to get a little bit cooler next week or so, mostly because it's going to rain. But have a wedding to go to the next couple days. It's going to keep me pretty busy and away from the sim a little bit. So got to get this in on a Thursday, which kind of sucks, but it's all right. Got to have sessions now. It's been like a minute and a half. There we go. All right. Top split is only less than 2,000. That's pretty wild. Only 5 splits. Bomb split SOF 665. So we'll go watch that. Yes, I'd like to watch, please. Doesn't matter what car we're in. 86, I guess, because I guess I'm on the main. Didn't even think about it. All right, let's go jump into this one, and we will get some watching in. Eventually. There we go. All right. See if we recognize anybody or know anybody in this. I don't think Gavin's racing any tonight. Or anyone else I know for that matter. You have multiple accounts. Yeah, if you drop the 3 from my name, I'll break that down a sec. Let's get my mouse to work and see if we recognize any of these people. Nope, not so far. Again, I probably almost never come across any of these people. I can't remember the last time I was in a single split PCC, but nope, none of these people ring a bell. I don't remember anybody that we saw at VIR, so everything is brand new to me. Whatever. There are BMWs though, so we're gonna have all 3 classes. Yes. Anyways, though, if you drop the 3 from my name that I race on was my original account, just Justin Krasneski. Had that account that started in 2013, has been going nonstop. I got JK3 in 2019 and had it for just about 6 years now at this point. The reason I stopped racing on just normal Justin Krasneski was I had pretty much inflated my iRating solely from PCC. I mean, I'm not a 6K driver by any means. I'm a call it 4,000, 4,500, maybe 5,000 in some different cars road racer, but my PCC Solstice iRating just got way out of hand. So when they retired that car, I thought it was a perfect opportunity and a perfect time to Stop using that for official races, and I just keep it for leagues and stuff that occasionally I own content on there that I don't own on my other accounts. So nothing crazy, no method to the madness, anything like that. Just how it worked out. But yeah, I've had both of them now simultaneously for like 6+ years or just about 6 years. So, but I haven't raced on the non JK3 one in quite a while. When did they retire the Solstice? End of 2021, so almost 4 years now. So been quite a while. I don't know who to watch here in this, but whatever. We'll just pick someone who's like the lowest car that's on track. Nope, this guy's already had an issue, unfortunately. You take this down. Clio makes it difficult for me to race other cars. Says the guy that kicked my ass in the Kia. But yeah, I mean, genuinely, it was hard because again, I'm a very good, very I don't want to brag myself up too much, but I'm a really good iRacer. I'm a very good road racer, sports cars. I was a very good oval racer, but not 6K good. So that made it really difficult, especially obviously before the license split. It made it really difficult for me to even race Kias because you get in the field of 3 Kias. I have a race like I had at Snarton, and you just, even if you finish second as a 6K, you're losing 60 ironing, and it takes you 10 races to get it back at 6 at a time. So it just got frustrating, and I realized it was overinflated because of one series. So it was a good time to let it go and do something different and start over. So it worked out. Well, considering this guy like died in turn one as outlap, he's getting along pretty well here. I don't know where I want to watch for the start. I guess I kind of want to watch the middle to the front of the Mazda field since they're obviously going to be the ones most likely to have a standing start. Looks like we have 42 cars here. Pretty even spread amongst the classes. We got what, 11 BMWs, so we got them 31 of the other two classes. So it's fairly spread actually. It's not too bad. Nothing crazy. We're just watching this Connor guy go about his business here. Oh, there he goes. Easy dead. Been there, done that. He's going to be able to get back going though. Hopefully he'll be able to run a second lap. I don't remember what, I should look at the weather too, see if it's going to rain any. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Looks like it's going to be dry, so we're going to have to bet on the next one if we want to watch some rain racing. But I think the pole sitter in my split last night was like 1 minute dead, or maybe 1 minute one. I don't remember. But certainly if it was a 1 minute, it was like a 1 minute 0.7 or 0.8, or if it was a one, it was like a one flat because they were very, very fast. I remember Chad was at like a 2.7, but he said he flopped his Q laps, so whatever. All right, let's see what this guy here, Connor, can do on lap number 2. In the Clio I was at, I think my best was 3.4. That was on my Q lap, which was my best lap of the week. I didn't really do any dry practice and didn't obviously push quite so hard in the race, so I probably could have done a couple tenths better, low 3, but definitely did not have anything to get into the 2s, I don't think. Oh, he's off track. He's spun again. Unfortunate. So that's another self spin for Connor. He's going to be starting at the tail end of the 86 field. Let's see if anybody has more X's than that in Q, because I think he's got 4. Yep, he's got the most so far. So actually, nobody's had multiple big wrecks or anything, which is all right. The thing I miss, though, about the flags versus the country, I've never seen Turkey spelled like this. Am I stupid? Maybe I'm just on crack. But um, the thing I miss about the flags versus like regions or whatever is that I don't get to see who's from the Midwest anymore. That was always really cool to see fellow people from the Midwest find other people from Wisconsin. That was always pretty cool to do. With the previous system, again, I get why they got rid of that, but it's just one of those things. So, all right, they changed how it's spelled recently, like officially or just in the sim. Because like maybe I just went to school too long ago. I've been out of college for what 5 years now, 5.5 years. Maybe I'm just crazy, but like, is that how the world is recognizing Turkey be spelled now, or is it fellow Antarctican? Yeah. honest to God, like I kind of want to see someone try to race from there and just have to race in like a full coat and gloves and everything. Like that would be interesting. I would pay to see that. Here's another guy out. Looks like he's on lap 3, so he's done. Vitor here is on lap number 1. Officially, Turkey became Turkey. That's interesting. I didn't know that. How come that wasn't like in the national news or anything? Like why is that not talked about? I know that Americans are stupid and don't usually give a crap about other world issues like that, but that's like something that could be useful and interesting to know. Like why is that not more widely reported on? That's ridiculous, but good to know. Vitor, lap number 1. Must have had the 1X because he didn't register a lap. Still looks dry. I mean, it's quite dark, but doesn't look like we're going to have any rain. A couple of the BMWs are at a 104.9, 105.3, so that'll be interesting with them starting right ahead of the 86s. Not that the 86s are blazing, but you know, they got to be faster than 105. So I do make myself feel better, though, that my Q lap in the Clio would have put me 5th overall in this race. Not that that is impressive in the slightest, but just notable. Only one BMW left to qualify of the 11s, so. Now the sun came back out. All I had to do was talk about how dark and cloudy it was, and the sun comes back out, so that's pretty standard. All right. Yeah, it got quite sunny there. Must have just been one really big cloud. That's interesting. Minute and a half here till our pace lap begins. Let's see if this guy recorded lap number 2. I don't remember watching. I wasn't watching closely enough. 108.8, which is the slowest, but he put a time on the board at least, so there's that. Jason's still going. Marcus on lap number 2 in a Mazda. This is that number 2 guy, I believe, the Antarctican. My fastest Clio lap, but with ideal conditions, is 101.6. These conditions make it so difficult to go fast. Yeah, I really thought it was more of a chance of rain, so I didn't even practice. I did about 15 rain laps and got comfortable. I'm sure I wasn't fast in that either. I'm never fast in the Clio, but I just like driving it, obviously, like PCC. But I never even bothered testing in the dry because I've raced it here before, so I didn't even need to know where I was at. But I think I could have done a 3 flat maybe. So it is a tricky combo because I felt in my race like that guy ran off, unfortunate. I felt like I burned my front tires off even though I wasn't trying that hard just because the corners are so slow, so long. There's so much braking here.
Radio check.
Radio check indeed. We got 30 seconds left here till grid. This guy's still circulating. Is he the only one? Nope, a couple people on lap 3, so
I can hear you. Thank you.
just these two. Brian Vanden
Hey, how does
Bogard.
this race work anyway?
Had a friend
Does it
that
depend
was
on each class
named
car?
that when I was a kid. Not named Brian Vanden Bogard, but similar last name.
Yeah, classes race with each other. So
anyways, they're all debating how to start.
You don't necessarily need to
Let's just
fight
watch
them.
Mr. Antarctica, Mr. Kaiser here. He's going to be actually towards the front because only like 7 or 8 of the Mazdas qualified.
The BMW's passing.
So I'm excited for this. We'll see how this one works out.
I don't know, the MX-5s are pretty fast.
Yeah, but
I thought he was going to say, yeah, but I'm faster.
Yeah, the MX-5 pass most.
Nothing, the MX-5s.
I was going to say, the MX-5 is the slowest. I heard a rumor. Someone was telling me, though, that the MX-5 is actually faster around here than the 86. I don't know how that can be because the 86 is all about braking, heavy braking, direction change, turning. You know, it just does that better. But
Good luck, everyone.
you know, I don't know if I believe that or not. But I also haven't tested, obviously. But the fast Mazdas in here were faster than the fastest 86s by about a second. So, all right, will we get a standing start?
It's a long race. It's a long race.
George, you starting right at the back? Yep, just about dead last. 7 car, is he not connected? That's correct. So this is the tail end of the field that we'll watch here.
Up in the first corner.
Be careful on the first
Very excited. Let's see if we get a standing start. They got to be almost ready to go. They are doing a lot of chatting, which I like chatting, but it's like these guys probably need to focus on the race.
Have a good time.
I think we all here to do that.
I'm excited.
I would think we are.
again, I appreciate you all stopping by. It really means the world to me that you all will come and hang out and say hello. So appreciate you all so much.
If anyone
Drop a
hits
like
me,
on the
then
stream
I'm
if you
smoking
haven't
out.
already. If you're new, make sure you sub down below so you don't miss anything
Hey,
else I do
yo,
from iRacing, other
should I
racing
hit you, man?
games, other racing content,
I'm
anything else I
definitely
do. I
smoking,
try to have as much
so
fun as
I'm gonna
possible. But it's mostly
hit
racing
you.
channel related. So I appreciate you
I'm
all so
only
much.
here for the
So much
first
advice from
point.
them. That's probably my favorite part, Muhammad, is when they
Same
all
here.
are
I'm just trying to
like,
get my
"Oh yeah,
SRS,
I
try to
did
get some
this and it got me
rank
down to a
C.
105." Like I'm not throwing any shade,
Yeah,
but
I
it's just
need to play
hilarious when people are
Porsche.
like, "Yeah, I do this thing and it worked out
Yep.
for me one
I
time
got
and
the
I
Porsche.
just,
I realized I can
flopped
only
and
race in one
got
race
lucky and
right
blah blah
now,
blah."
so
It's
I need
like,
to get the
really
C.
nobody should listen to anybody in this split for advice. It's more of
Porsche's
a
fun, yeah.
learning and
Porsche
having
Cup
fun
Car's been a
and
lot of
whatever.
fun.
So
Hey, free, but
Ramen
try,
Review
try
channel.
not
Oh,
to
just
leave
wait, I got a
because my
couple more
BMW
interesting ones coming in the next couple weeks and months. But
they will hit you out of the way.
hey, Scott, how we doing? Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by.
You can't win in the
Honestly,
first
though,
to win
that
first.
ramen, like it wasn't awful, but oh geez, oh God, what are we doing, people?
What
We're
were we
just going up the
selecting
middle.
for?
It's fine. This I don't know what I was expecting. But anyways, oh
Track
God,
in front of us.
oh God, what are we doing? Okay, well it's not a standing start, but it was close to a standing start. They're all dodging and weaving. Who was that just went right up the middle there? No, that's the front of the field. What is going on? The whole field is so mixed. What is this? Look at this cluster. Anyways, I don't know where he was going. The ramen thing, it was good enough that I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna have another go, see how it works out. I'm gonna try it with some different sauce and see how that works out. Which guy was it that like just came through the whole field? Was it a black car? Oh, they're almost dying up there. I think I'm gonna back this camera up a little bit more.
Talk about a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah, that is correct. What a cluster.
Slam on your brakes.
All right, let's try that for a view. Oh,
Oh,
track block it.
come on.
Oh, they're just piling in. Why the hell not? Through this next hairpin. Is there going to be a send? Oh, he's going up the inside. This is just phenomenal. I love it so much. This guy's just out chilling in the... No, he's not in the lead. He's just not
Hey,
picking up
whoever's
all the
backing
cars.
that 86 up across the track, you're an ass.
We got people calling each other asses. That's always good.
Slams on his brakes in the middle of a straight.
Is there going to be a dive into turn one? What a
Yeah,
start.
that's
Yeah.
right off the track.
They're still dying here. Oh no, they're in the middle of the track. They're wrecking everywhere. Imagine lifting for a big crash. What a novel concept.
Whoever's in the white and pink
Yeah,
car,
this
your right
start
front's
was probably...
locked
Oh,
up.
they're still dying. Oh, track is blocked. Oh no. Oh, nope, let's not lift. YOLO. Fuck it. Let's just find a gap and go for it.
Boys, can we talk
Honestly,
about
this was
foot
not the
hunting
most
and
crazy
fuck
start that I could have
nation?
imagined, so
I don't know
I think we're doing okay.
but I'm already having to fit because of fucking
It's so
idiot.
wild. It's so wild. Why?
I've already got suspension damage. Fucking what?
Oh, this guy, is he going to get dive
Dogs
bombed? I
in the
thought he
middle
was
of the
going to get
road
sent
now.
right there. Yeah, we spoke too soon, predictably. Is this guy going to clean this other guy out on corner exit? Nope, they're going to give each other some good space.
Yeah, BMW
Side by
just
side
walked
down
through
towards
the
last
stuff
corner.
right
They'll
in the
get
middle of
singled
the
out,
street,
though.
right in front of me.
Is this guy going to make a move? Big ol' send here from Marcus, Mr. Antarctica.
I'm finding out
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
race just like I
Why
normally
not?
do.
Oh, that was actually a fairly reasonable overtake. I just kind of let him go, but... Hey, E, what's up? Appreciate you, man. All right, well, unfortunately, that start was so messy, like the second race at VIR. It pretty much meant that like a third of the field is already dead on pit lane. It's unfortunate, but quite wild. Is there anybody even close now? Any close battles? Nobody? Nothing? Really? Okay, couple here. Oh, thought he was going to send you up the inside there, Juan.
Hey, watch it, 36.
Oh, they're still upset. We got defensive driving. Is that guy coming to the pits, or is he just defending for literally no reason? Up on the curb for Juan. I'm entertained. Look how many cars. There are like 12 cars on pit road already, and it's lap 3 or whatever. That's just the best. I love this series so much. Like, it's it's not meant to just be a big laugh, but like bottom split is in pretty much every series, especially
And
D
then it
class.
was gonna
So
be that way too after
what a
we
mess.
did the first
All right,
two,
let's
we wanted
find
to
some
keep
people
doing
close
it because
together and
we
see
always
if we can. Oh,
had
that
it
guy's
on
off. Is he gonna
top
rejoin?
side.
Nope, that was actually okay. This guy here is apparently blinking like crazy. Try to find some people close together here. Mazda on 86. JK eats moose antlers. Thanks, E. So we're checking out and we're testing the super chat. That's the first super chat. So
Bro, what are you doing,
thanks,
man?
brother. I really appreciate you. Are the first super chat, and I do indeed eat moose antlers.
Sorry
So
about that.
very thankful to have my moose antler diet to go along with my pho, ramen, healthy, whatever rice noodle diet.
That was so stupid, bro.
The pit's a junkyard. Yeah. For now, it's still early. It might end up becoming a cemetery. What is this guy doing? Is he coming to the pits? Yeah, he is. Gotta be coming to the pits. People dodging, slicing, weaving.
man.
Dude, for real.
Dude, fucking you, why are you just
I'm very
standing on the road?
entertained. I mean, I always am watching this, even top split, but I am very entertained by all this. See, eventually, though, the thing is we're gonna have people leaving the pits, and that's when it gets really scary. I'm hoping this guy like sends it up the inside and one of these hairpins on an 86. Like right here is a prime opportunity. He's gonna have a big run. Just make a gap. Come on, force it. Send it.
He rendered me, gave me 4 points for no reason.
Send it right here up the inside. 86 ran a little bit
Fucking
wide.
stupid guy.
He's gonna drive himself off track. That was actually, honestly, that was
Holy
actually
shit,
really
get
good
the fuck
patience.
out of the way if you don't know how to take a
Getting a
corner.
penalty for that entry. Yeah, ancient
I
Chinese.
can't hear you.
What's an aphrodisiac? Am I stupid? Oh, is that like um, what am I thinking of? Not clamshells. What am I thinking? Not mussels. What the hell am I thinking of? I know I'm being stupid right now. Don't laugh too hard. But what am I talking about? This is why you can't use big words when it's late at night and I'm tired, man. I'm surprised you're here, E. It's almost bedtime. It's like 9 o'clock Eastern time.
That's breaking
All right, let's
like
go find another battle. Oh, this guy's coming
100
out of the
meters
pits.
fucking early.
We're going to rejoin right in the middle. That's actually, again, pretty smooth. So, a couple close side-by-side cars here behind. Everybody's playing pretty nice. Honestly, like, there are so many dead people that maybe there isn't anybody left to not play nice, but a couple of cars are close, but nobody is, like, so close that it's like a true battle. This guy's going to go for a self-spin there. Aaron. Rejoin. Nope, he's being sensible about it. Oysters, thank you very much. Jeez,
Oh, man, I'm so disappointed. Fucking spun.
I just have zero brain cells apparently. Oysters, thank you. It's almost 4 a.m. Yeah, but yeah, see, Muhammad, you're special. You're not like Ethan, who has to go to bed at 9 p.m. because
It's 31.
he
Why
does
are you
actual
going so
meaningful
fucking
stuff,
slow?
and I
You're
sit
in
in
a
an office for
BMW,
my
man.
life. So
Wow, dude. What was that?
you are a dirty driver, Zach.
Oh, you didn't just
All right,
see
Connor,
the
you
guy
gotta
in
send it
front
up
of
the
you
inside on
spin
this
out?
guy here. You got him.
Thanks for shutting me off track.
People are savage. What a send.
So you
BMW passing the left. Stand
Missed the
right.
entire corner. Oh, they're going to make door-to-door contact. Down into the last corner. They'll still be side-by-side. Bimmer going to make it 3, but should pass easily. He's blocking. Send him back. Send it right up the inside. There you go. Come on, outbreak him. Ha ye. Nope, he lifted out early. Guy ahead actually made a really nice corner entry. My bank just texted me about a fraud alert for $2 spent on YouTube. Oh, there's a car stopped in the middle of the racetrack. What happened there? Oh, yep, he's just going to sit there. Yep, why not? Let's just stand right in the middle of the racetrack. It's fine. Finally toes.
Whoa.
Gosh.
What are you retarded, man?
Texted me about fraud alert, $2 spent on YouTube. It could be worse. It could have been like $200, and you could have spent it on like Will's channel or somebody like that. So
Hey, 36.
I'm
I will
honored. That's the
report you
first
to
one.
the
I have to
ATM.
like,
Fuck that Mazda.
someone's gonna have to like clip that and save that, and we'll look back on it when I'm a zillionaire and have like
Fucking
a fleet
stupid
of
guy.
ZL1s that I make YouTube content with. I'm still studying, gotta read books and stuff. So lame. What the hell are you studying at 4 in the morning? Like, no studying is that important, man. Unless you're studying PCC. Now I understand. All right, where's our closest battle here on track? A couple of 86s. This looks like it's for the 86 lead, actually. It is indeed. They're up to like 6th and 7th overall. I don't know what Rye Bud means, if he's calling someone out or if he's trying to say thank you, but regardless. Come on, Alex. Just send him up the inside. Oh, he's just going to follow him. I thought he was going to run over the back of him.
Karma.
He's in there a little bit too deep, but he should get a nice exit here. Nice late apex point and squirt. So close battle. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, he said something. I missed it though. Nobody else really particularly close. If that's a true battle. There's a good group of cars here, but nobody's really like stacked up together.
You talking about that yellow Mazda?
These guys are throwing so much shade.
You're so stupid, bro.
God, if this is what Bomb Split is like, I fully understand why Gavin doesn't like being a part of it.
Stupid.
This is wild.
I don't know how I made it through that one either.
I wake up quite late and sleep late, so I'm kind of living on your time. That's fair. I understand that.
I puckered my ass.
Oh, it's still chance of death. There they go. They're door banging. We're good. Zach, you're in 4th overall, now 5th. Oh, are you going to save it? Yep, he's good. Okay. A lot of disconnects already. A lot of people have given up on life. I don't really blame them, to be honest with you. Understandable. Come on, BMW, send it. There you go. Yeah. Just forced the guy right off. What could go wrong? Here comes another bimmer on the top. I love this series so much, man. This is so good. The M2s are really struggling in turns. I think the M2s are just struggling, period. Turns straight away. Oh my god, what a send by the Mazda behind. We gotta go back and watch. Look how far back this guy is. Yep, there's a gap there. I'm just gonna fill it right now. That was great. Good rejoin too, also. Can't go wrong with that. This is so good. I love this series so much. I love that I get to do this. I enjoy this. We should do this more often. I should do this once a week, honestly. Again, like, everybody for the most part is pretty spread out. Like, there's nobody quite so close that it's, you know, on top of each other, like imminent battles. It's really hard to have, like, multiple corner battles here, just because, you know, you can't really string corners together here the same way that you would at a bigger, more flowing racetrack. M2 gonna send it up the inside of the poor 86 that got doored last lap. Again, nobody's really ultra close. BMW, this guy was actually cautious earlier, so he's gonna make a nice restrained pass on the inside in the last corner. Top 2 in the 86 are a bit close still. Yeah, I guess they're close enough to be battling technically, I guess. So yeah, we'll watch this for a little while. So hard, because like, do you watch for an actual race for the lead, or do you watch for the mass chaos from the guy in 25th? I mean, we are on lap 11, so we are just about halfway through this race in a lap or two, and we have more than half the field that's already been lapped by the overall leaders, so it's going well. It's going very well. Traffic could play a factor here for the 27 and the 8 up ahead, especially if that yellow GRD6 is all over the place. This Alex guy takes a very wide angle into that second to last corner. Soon it might be both, that's true. But look at all this traffic ahead of these leaders here. This is definitely going to slow them down at least a little bit. We'll probably bring the 8 car right back into play, I would imagine. Oh, they're getting feisty there. He didn't lose as much time on entry there as I thought he would, but he definitely had to brake on exit. That's going to cost him some time. Yellow car gets out of the way of the leader, but is he going to just rejoin right back in front of second anyways? Why not? The only thing that would have made that better is if he now flashes his headlights as he gets in behind the overall or the class leader and just insists on dive bombing his way past immediately. That's the only reason that would be better. Oh, he's going to dive it up. Oh, he backed out of it. I thought he was diving it up the inside of the red car up there that's already had so many issues. Is that a Ferrari paint scheme on the 86? 86 on the inside, not yielding. They're almost going to make contact. They're feisty with the class leaders there. What else could go wrong? Why not, right? This dude backs out sensibly. This guy who already wrecked earlier thought about filling that hole again. This guy we're riding on board with here, Alex, looks like he's under control, but he's taking a very wide line into that second to last corner. That's Connor, I think, from Quality. I don't remember. You gotta go find that guy. You're right. Yeah, Connor Vest. Yeah, it is actually. Good call. Oh, there's a BMW right in the middle of the racetrack. Oh my God, that's a huge one.
That was crazy.
What is this?
Why the fuck are you going backwards on the track?
Oh man, let's watch it from that other Mazda. This poor Mazda is gonna die. This is
Who the
Bailey, I
fuck
think.
gone backwards?
Nope, it wasn't Bailey. Who was it that
That's a
came
retarded
along
guy.
here? Was it this guy?
You are getting
Yeah, just
oh
pulled.
my
Yeah, just
fucking
pulled out
God,
right in
you're
front
so
and got T-boned
stupid.
right in the left front wheel, and that poor BMW just completely died. Like, not even a question. Mario. Wow. I'm not even that surprised. More just sad. That's the kind of bottom split spirit we like to see. Let's watch this BMW because he's going to come up to a couple slower cars here in the next couple corners. Never see an M2 flip like that. I mean, oh, nope. 86 going to spin ahead, the Mario paint scheme. Where's this BMW going
Don't
to
ask
go?
me
Both
how I
these
got
guys
through
are
that
slow
one.
ahead. One of them's going to back
Dude,
out
what are you
sensibly,
doing, man?
and the other one's going to kind of run wide. Not sure if that was
Fuck.
intentional, but the M2 is going to get
Thanks,
through.
Alejandro.
Nice bit of driving. I've never seen an M2 flip quite like that. Even during the Nürburgring 24, like there was never a situation for contact where the car just went like fully tumbling. That was
What's up,
wild.
dude?
All right, let's see what happens to
I
Vitor
think if you
here.
go off track,
This M2 should
not an
go
issue.
by
It's just when
pretty
you come
easily,
back
but has
on,
to
look
brake
left
early,
and right
obviously. Oh, there's a
on the
punt
track,
ahead.
what direction of where the
Oh,
traffic's
and this
coming.
guy's going to drive right
Wait,
into it and hits
quiet
him in the
down.
back bumper, knocks his hood up, probably lost the front bumper. What entertainment. I mean, this is better than like pretty much any form of entertainment I can think of, honestly. So those of you that race other cars and know this more than I do the hood like, when they brake like that and they flap up and the nose brakes, do they then like flip up in your way and you can't see? Or is it just like a visual damage thing where now it's like fixed again on the front? Because yeah, now he's perfectly fine.
Fucking
So like, was that just a
asshole.
weird net code hood flip up in your face thing one time and then you're good? How
Quiet
did
down,
this
number
guy
one.
get there?
Shit.
What happened there? Oh, he just spun out and he's stuck there and just up against the wall and can't get away.
Whoever pitted me and
Oh, looks like he's gonna get
Second
away. That's not
switchback.
too bad.
I don't know if it was my fault or your fault, but
Stay up like that
I'm gonna do
sometimes.
that
Oh, good to
again.
know. I've never seen that, but good to know. Alex still a little further behind the 27 car now after all that. I love this so much. Still got 10 more minutes of this stuff. See what kind of rejoin this guy has here. The 39 car, actually pretty clean racetrack, so he's okay. This is great. I really hope that the next one of these is wet because I want to see wetness of this in the rain. That would just be incredible. I am
That was
sold.
totally my fault.
Oh, what happened here? What a rejoin. What a rejoin from Joseph. Yeah, it was your fault. No kidding. He's out wide. This guy has nowhere to go. He just rejoins right in the middle, brakes. Yeah, no crap. And it just stops in the middle of the racetrack to tow. Yeah, why not? What could go wrong? It's going well. I am entertained. We need circus music. I don't want to get copywritten, but I do know The Entertainer by Scott Joplin from my time in pep band and marching band and jazz band. But I'm not going to sing it because that I don't want to get copy banned. Sent you a pic of a Mazda that was in front of me in PEC. Okay, I'll look at that afterwards. I'll put it on stream, and I assume it's someone with a hood up. Just imagine the ice cream truck coming through your town, Scott, and then you'll have your circus music. That's not really circus music. I mean, people think of The Entertainer as ice cream truck music sound, even though it is like the same stuff that they use at circuses. But I can't think of any like good circus theme song right now because I honestly can't think of a better circus movie than like Madagascar. But that's not really a circus movie. Any other close battles? Nope. The leader, Brian Denise, has a 22-second lead. I didn't realize that till just now. That's pretty wild. Let's see if this BMW gets enough of a run to dive bomb either of these two in front here for no reason in the last corner. It looks like he's going to be fast enough to get past the Mazda, but is he going to get past the 86 as well? Yeah, it should get through there easily, actually. Not nearly as dramatic as it could have been. Mazda trying to fill a gap right up to the back of Andy McGeorge. Thumbs up, yeah. I can't do my rendition on stream. Sorry, unfortunately. Let's see who else is close. Nobody really. Most people are just kind of chilling solo. I mean, there was crazy action there for a little while, but the field is so spread now and so dead and so overlapping that it's kind of calmed down, honestly, for the most part here. Most of this is all
Hey.
pretty straightforward. Oh, there's some close racing here with Andy and a Mazda again.
Alexander, stop racing other classes, man.
Well, I mean, he is running
Nice
for
one,
second.
Marcus. I like it, man.
He's trying to get close to the leader, but he's having a tough time of it, tough go. Cloud is very unhappy with this development, aftermath of war. A lot of traffic here ahead for Cloud, and he appears to be very impatient, so we'll see if he forces a move here. Nope, he's pretty patient through there. Should be able to get by both these guys quite easily down towards the final corner, though. Lemon squeezy. All right, let's check on our buddy Connor here. He's still cruising. He's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6th overall in class, even though he's lap and a half down from the class leader. So honestly, not too bad considering the incidents he's been in and where we started. So survival is key. Oh, that was a big dive bomb from that BMW. Couldn't get his car stopped, but they
That
both
was messy,
survived.
man.
Oh, BMW almost self-spun there, but gets some power down and is okay. Not that many cars on pit lane right now, only about 3. Good Lord, what is happening in here? Hi, Steve, how we doing? We are watching the to-be-expected split of PCC. Yeah, it's honestly kind of gotten a little bit mundane. There's nobody really quite on top of each other. Here's Vitor and another pink or purple Mazda towards turn 1. Not a close battle, though. BMW Cloud just got past the Mazda behind, 86 behind, runs a little bit wide. Is he going to just send it up the inside for no reason down here? Nope, actually a good corner defense by Bailey, just in case dude thought about it. That's actually a good looking flame paint scheme on that 86 there. Alex, oh, that's Alex, okay. I didn't see the front of his car at any point until now. So he's lost some ground. He's quite a ways back now from the class lead. How is Antarctica guy winning now? Oh, yeah, Marcus. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, I think that predictably, after that first lap, he's actually been pretty consistent. But I think all of that guy's just given up and going home. I think all the Mazdas have died. Because what's his gap back? That's actually not that much. That's him right up here. So it's not a huge gap.
Are you fucking serious, Bailey?
Yes, we are fucking serious, as he says. Gonna be a dive here? Nope. Thought better of it. I can't wait to see the incidents for each of these guys. It's gonna be great. Lots of grip due to extreme low temperatures. Yeah, if that's what we're calling this, yeah. 99-degree TT. No rain, unfortunately. I mean, most people are playing nice. It sounds like there's like 3 drivers that are just throwing caution to the wind, and that's always obviously a disaster. This guy I would expect to be chill considering he has a 21-second lead with like 3 laps to go, but you never know. D-class, bottom split, anything can happen. Oh, jeez. Like I said. Okay. It's all going well. Not dead, as I like to say. See if this guy here, Jacob, nope, he's not going to be close enough to the guy ahead. Just had a terrible corner there. Jay and Cloud battling for a spot. They're close. Cloud just lets him go for one reason or another there. Probably a wise move from everything we've seen, to be fair. Almost a big slide for Cloud. Another car coming into pit lane. That's Jacob. He's going to miss the pits, though. He might have made it in. That's fine. Big old send from Jason, who is in second still. Yep, Jacob is disconnected, said screw it, I'm out. Probably 3 laps to go. The good old moving out of the way. Yeah, no kidding. I wish that iRacing did a better job with like a driving school of teaching you not to do that. Oh, what happened here? This is Juan, who was 3rd. Backed up all the way across the racetrack. Just went for a big old slide. Dropped the wheel in the dirt. Backed up and continued on, no harm, no foul. Probably didn't even lose a spot because he had 17 seconds behind him. Couple of BMWs up ahead here. Austin, who's in 4th place. On other dude who's not, obviously. The driving is so bad we can't tell, Steven. Connor died. Did I miss that? Is he? Oh, I see he disconnected there. Yeah, like half the field's disconnected, which is in some ways kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think that's a feat in itself. This guy's been like all over the place, but hasn't like killed anybody yet. I've been waiting for it, but he hasn't actually done it yet, I don't think. I just want him to send one up the inside. I mean, there's space there. They're leaving space. We only got 2 laps to go. No send here from Corey. Wise, he's got a decent sized lead. Why force the issue here? Oh, car's slowing down around all over the place in front of the leader of 86. Let's see what this BMW does here, if he's going to catch either of these guys before this next hairpin. Is he going to send it? No, this is surely too far back, right? 86 ahead definitely sent it, though. Dude, you're the class leader. What are you doing? Absolutely no reason whatsoever to be making that move when you have a ginormous lead. What are you doing? It's not a ginormous lead, I guess. It's like 6 or 7 seconds, but it's enough with like a lap to go that you don't have to pull that move. This guy was off, but is going to rejoin and must have hit the wall because he looks like he has right rear damage. Let's just limp around. Why not? See if these two can make this corner safely. Guy on the outside goes in very deep, runs wide. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Let's go find the leader. This is him on his final lap, lap number 25. No reason to pass the car ahead. I think that's Andy ahead. It is indeed. Wait for the straightaway. Nothing doing. This guy almost finally killed someone.
For the tap.
Oh, at least he apologized for it, so that's pretty cool. Always like people with cool racecraft. So, it's a pretty calm, chill race from Brian at the front. He's going to come through and take a 20-plus second lead. Any more sends from Aaron? Nope, backed out of it, thought better. So, final lap, cooler heads prevail. Oh, Mazda there is swerving up ahead. I'm not sure what that's about. Vitor. Oh! There's a one more good big death. And this guy, who is this guy? Because I think he just disqualified himself.
Thank you, whoever that yellow Mazda was.
Yeah, Cloud. I'm sorry,
36,
Cloud. You killed yourself.
Number 36.
So you got disqualified in the last corner
You're an
because you
absolute
decided
legend,
you wanted to
I
go
hope.
for absolutely no
Suffering
reason
life.
whatsoever. So that's pretty standard. That car's blown up. Very broken. Any other close fights as people finish up here?
Ooh, what a race. Good race.
Is there going to be a send here from Zach on this Mazda? It's not that much of a send. I always forget how much overspeed the guy has. Yeah, rip indeed. That was unnecessary. I know what he's saying, but he did wreck himself. So everybody finishing up here. Drew might be the last car to finish. Never trust anyone who named themselves after a brand of tire. That's good. That's actually really good. All right, that's everybody done. Everybody done. There's your results. Like literally 12 cars finished more than half the race behind and died immediately. So there's your answer for that. Let's look at the incident points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 of 42 cars had double-digit incident points. Again, just for context, I've had 2x this season, and we are in week number 9. Wow. Okay. Did anybody have 0x? This guy didn't start. We saw that. He didn't start. Jason, who finished up towards the front of BMW, had 1x, as did Brian, who won overall in BMW. Only 2x for Klaus. I don't remember seeing him, though. So, yep, no 0x's here in this one today. A lot of carnage, a lot of mayhem, a lot of death. No name 6 on iRacing. Why are you no name 6? Whatever. Well, that was an event. Now we got 17 minutes to wait for the next one, so we'll go check out the results of this race, and then we will go and wait for one more. We'll do one more. Why not? We'll watch 2x. Wow. That's not as bad as I was expecting, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, the thing about rookies though is because they don't know exactly what they're doing as far as ironing and whatever. They a lot of the times, as you know, Steve, they'll just get in one crash right at the start and leave, so they never accumulate, another 5, 6, 7 crashes usually. Uh, there's there's the reacts again. We'll go look at the picture that Mohammed sent us shortly. So Brian gets plus 71 as the 3 car, up to 1,000 ironing. Surely he's the only one that jumped up. No, because Marcus Kaiser, Antarctica guy, ends up winning MX5 Cup. He also gets over 1,000 ironing. So 2 guys break 1,000, or at least get to 1,000 for the first time in theory. Since they were sent down, obviously everybody starts at 1350 or something. So not as many disqualifications as I thought, only 3. This guy didn't have enough X, he got 2. So the guy I said that had 2 must have had a black flag or a pit penalty. Oh, sorry, I apologize. It was 18. So this guy finished how many laps down? So in 4 laps, roughly, because this guy was 21 laps down, so he finished 4. In 4 laps, this gentleman here, Mr. Tommy Kindle, again, not calling you out, just pointing this out. Oh, it says right here, I'm stupid. Managed 18x. Wow. So how many corners are here? Like 8? So that's what, 32 corners? So he averaged like more than half an incident per corner for that race. Again, this season, just for reference, I'm at like 1,200 corners per incident. He's averaging, what, 2 corners per incident? So yeah, that's amazing. That's impressive. I'm genuinely impressed. All right, let's go check out what was sent to us by. This is what I want. What is this? Oh, this is the car you were talking about from PEC at the Bend. So the question though is, does it get stuck like this, or is it flapping around? Like when you brake, does it go back down and so on and so forth? Because that would almost be worse, honestly. I guess I'll accept. What do I have, a friend request? Yeah, fine. We'll be friends. That's fine. So yeah, that's that. So on and so forth. We'll wait. Again, we'll go do another one. Watch another one in 14 minutes time. So he drove like this for half a lap. That's that's honestly pretty impressive. So we'll wait 14 more minutes till the next one fires off, and then we will watch that one, and we'll call it a night. So in the meantime, what should we discuss? We have nothing but time now for a little while. What topic should we cover? I don't really have anything top of mind that we can cover. Oh man, it's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy week, genuinely. Excited for it to be over. I'm excited for this wedding the next couple days. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be tired, but it's going to be fun. Other than that, there's not a lot going on. I'm still trying to sell Bluey. Development blog almost here. Yeah, I thought about this yesterday. Not only is the development blog coming, but I need to, I'm going to try to do this, pin this first here. Can I not pin super chats? Well, that's kind of stupid. I was going to pin Ethan's super chat, but whatever. Matt Kenseth. I can't pin Ethan's super chat. Yeah, I saw the development blog was coming, and I remember it being like week 9, week 10, but it also reminded me that I got to get my shit together and start schedule prep, because obviously we try to have our schedule up during week 13's first part of schedule voting. Yeah, I guess I got to get my shit together. Matt Kenseth, where do I start, Ethan? I mean, a couple years ago, anybody that has Twitter, currently known as X, and goes to my Twitter profile / X profile, I did some research a couple years ago. I'll see if I can go find it real quick. So I got to close chat momentarily while I read this to you. I did some research a couple years ago because I was curious about like how many races and championships Matt Kenseth could have won. So I'll just read you this whole thread I did. This was back in March of 2021. Here we go. I've always been curious how many cup races Matt Kenseth should have won in his career but didn't, such as Fall, Texas 2010, the 2016 Daytona 500, etc. So I went through every single one of his starts and found races I think would qualify in a perfect world. To determine race eligibility, I took races I watched and know he choked the lead late, got hosed by running out of fuel late from P1, blew a motor after leading 75% of the race to that point, etc. I did not count most restrictor plate racers because they are crapshoots. I also took into consideration outside factors such as rainouts, fluke wins by other drivers, etc. Granted, this is purely speculation, and obviously other circumstances would have also changed in the perfect world. I do feel confident that I highlighted each race where if Matt Kenseth, his crew chief, or an outside factor didn't come into play or make a mistake or choke, Matt would have won the race based on car speed or track position late in the race. Obviously, this is not a perfect total estimate. However, this is my research, so I chose to do it this way. After watching the last chunk of approximately 60 races, which was breaking my heart, I had to go watch every time Matt Kenseth choked in his career, every time the pit crew fucked up on the last pit stop. That was awful. 60 races. Looking at lap data and finishing stats from all 20 seasons of Matt's career, I feel confident in saying Matt could have won an additional 43 career races, not to mention another 2 titles, which would bring his career total to a whopping 82 races, among the best of all time. This includes 1 in 2000, 1 in 2002, 2 in 2003, 4 in 2005, 5 in 2006, 4 in 2007, 1 in 2008, 2 in 2010, 1 in 2011, 3 in 2012, 6 in 2013, which was the craziest in my mind because he won 7 in real life and could have won 6 more in my mind. 4 in 2014, 2 in 2015, 5 more in 2016. I think he won 4 or 5 races in 2016 also, and 2 more in 2017. Again, this is purely speculative with criteria I literally made up. However, I stand by my quote data and can confirm Matt Kenseth is a lock as the first ballot Hall of Famer, which obviously came true. Very blessed for that, as well as one of the 50th greatest drivers in NASCAR history, and unfortunately he and his team choked on multiple occasions. Finally, I will say I know this isn't a rock solid representation of NASCAR over the years, but neither was Richard Petty's entire career. So let me have my fanboy fun. Hashtag We Believe 17. So that's about all I got for Twitter on Matt Kenseth. But I did not sell Bluey yet. He's still for sale. I've had a couple people interested. Good question actually, because I didn't specify. Bluey is still for sale technically, so if anybody's interested, let me know. Need to get rid of it for reasons I won't discuss right now, but people have offered me on like Facebook Marketplace trades, and like one guy offered me like a full RV, which I have nowhere to put, and I don't really camp, a jet ski, which I live nowhere near water, and a motorcycle. I don't ride motorcycles partially because of danger, partially because they're just not my thing. I drive cars and race cars, so. One guy offered me like a 2010 Chevy Trax with 300,000 miles plus 9 grand. I'm like, I don't need a daily, especially whatever the hell this thing is. That's why I bought a Prius. So, yes, still for sale currently, still available. So, for now, still waiting. Your assertion is that Matt Kenseth's entire career is akin to Jeff Bodine's 1994. I would say that that's accurate. I think that is accurate. Again, I know I'm biased, and it's not even home track bias. I'll tell that story in a second. But I know that I'm biased towards Matt Kenseth in my view of him and his career. But like genuinely, he had an incredible career, right? 39 wins, championship, won everything, every accolade except an Indy, a Brickyard 400, and Martinsville Clock. Won everything else. So obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer. Obviously, arguably a top 50 NASCAR driver of all time. I think he won 26 Busch races and a NASCAR Canadian Canada Series race in 2002. So yeah, I mean the story with Matt Kenseth, how I became a fan, which I've told before, but I don't think I've ever like told in full. My mom's side of the family lives in Arizona. We would go to visit them every single Easter when I was a kid, just like during our spring break as a holiday. And her brother and brother's son, my cousin, were huge NASCAR fans and a Jeff Gordon fan. And the very first race I remember watching with them, like start to finish, was the 2006 Food City 500 at Bristol. And I just remember watching that race, and Matt Kenseth was leading that race late, and had the whole issue lapping Dale Jarrett, and got moved out of the way by Kurt Busch, got moved out of the way by Kevin Harvick, and on the last 2 laps got passed by Jeff Gordon, and then of course Matt Kenseth, he told us after the fact, he said he was just chilling, wanted to finish up. Gordon slowed more than he thought he did, for those who believe Matt's side of it, and spun Gordon out and finished third that day. And then they had the infamous shove. Matt went to go apologize to Jeff right after the race on pit road. Jeff shoved Matt, excuse me, and that was that. But at the time, I didn't have a favorite driver. I wasn't a fan of any particular series or anything. I just liked cars, and this is what was on. And they were Jeff Gordon fans. They had Jeff Gordon stickers and all sorts of memorabilia and stuff. And so I was just naturally a Jeff Gordon fan because that's who they were cheering for. And I was like, oh my God, this guy Matt Kenseth must be incredible. He just spun him out he's just spun out Jeff Gordon, who in my mind at the time, not knowing anything, was the greatest driver of all time in the world. So I mean, you could argue he was anyways, but this is again, what, 8-year-old Justin speaking. So, anyways, I just was like, wow, if someone wrecked the great, amazing Jeff Gordon, he must be incredible. And so that's how I became a Matt Kenseth fan, was the 2006 Food City 500. I didn't even learn till after the fact that he was even from Wisconsin. So nothing to do with hometown lineage, nothing to do with favoritism of local people. And I guess that's kind of not really the same story for Ty Majeski. I knew Ty was from Wisconsin because he and I go way back. We were never on like a first name basis, but I've been watching Ty race locally since like before he ever stepped in a super late model, like 2012, 2013. Watched him around the local area. He's from about 30 minutes from me, so a little bit different story. But yeah, I definitely was a Matt Kenseth fan before I had a connection to him, and I definitely think that he is one of the best ever, but that his crew chiefs and other people let him down a lot. I haven't had a favorite driver since Davey Allison. I hear that a lot about people. I'm curious your thoughts, Scott, on if it's related to their untimely passing, because obviously Dale Earnhardt made it through the majority of his career before he died, but I still know people that their favorite driver ever is like Kenny Irwin or Adam Petty, or people that never really got to show their true talent, in my opinion. And I would argue Davey Allison's along the same line. I mean, he had a great career, won some incredible races, was a contender for a number of years in Cup, but never really got to show his true potential before his passing. Um, so I'm curious of your thoughts, if you feel that's because he died young and died at the peak of his career, or just because he was genuinely your favorite driver and nobody surpassed that. Like if he would have lived out his career, never won a championship, never really reached his full potential of stardom, would he still be your favorite driver ever, or is it just because he was cut off right at the peak of his power? I haven't watched NASCAR, but that's kind of how I became a Lewis Hamilton fan too. Young me seeing him beat the rest of the grid throughout the same. Um, NASCAR race, first NASCAR, which I was mostly because I was 3 and was there in person. Who takes a 3-year-old to a NASCAR race? That's crazy. The sound protection. But yeah, Muhammad, honestly, I have a really bad habit of when I watch a new sport for the first time, just becoming a fan of whoever is like literally who I see first and who I see doing well first. Which is why for a long time I was a Team Sky fan of cycling. I'm a huge Tour de France fan and Olympics fan, but I like cycling. I became a Mercedes fan. I was more of a Nico Rosberg fan because I started watching Formula One in 2013, 2014, somewhere in there, like watching it more seriously, not just as the European road racing sport. So I was a Nico Rosberg and Mercedes fan, and then obviously Lewis, George, Valtteri, etc. Trying to think, I was a Golden State Warriors fan because Klay Thompson went to Washington State that I happened to watch, and Klay Thompson was my favorite player. And then when he got drafted by the Warriors, I also liked Steph Curry, and so they became my favorite team because of Klay Thompson, even though I had no connection to them whatsoever prior to that. I'm not a huge football fan or baseball fan, honestly, but I cheer for the Diamondbacks just because I have closer ties to them in Arizona than I do the Brewers, but kind of similar. Yeah, too young for sure. He definitely, again, it's a little bit of a unique situation. It's not like some of the other guys I mentioned where he never got to show his prowess. I mean, he obviously competed for the 92 title, won the Daytona 500, won some big races, was on his way to being a star, but definitely was already a star. It wasn't like he was some scrub that nobody knew or sucked or never got to show what he could do in a top ride. I mean, he was in that weird part. So I didn't even know the guy who got T-boned in turn 2 and almost killed was Bobby Allison. Wait, your first ever NASCAR race was the '88 Pocono race, Steve? I didn't know that. Hearing protection, yeah. I didn't realize that your first ever race was the '88 Pocono race. I know you've told me that you were there. I didn't realize that was the same race. All right, we got 206 people in this one, just under 3 minutes to go, so we're getting there. Any other final topics you want my thoughts on or anything other than Matt Kenseth or Mercedes or the PCC schedule or anything of the sort before we get rocking? Hopefully this one's wet. I would love to see a wet race because that race was so chaotic that I would love to see them try to do a standing start in the rain. That would just be awesome. Yeah, 92 top 10s is no slouch considering he probably only started, 200 or 250 races in Cup, something like that. Maybe even less than that. So yeah, definitely a stud. But I would like to see what he would have done throughout the 90s and again what Robert Yates could have become. Obviously, it probably wouldn't have led to Ernie Irvan, Dale Jarrett, people like that, because I don't think Dale Jarrett was like some big type prospect until he got in the 28 cars. So, what new tracks do you think we are getting? I honestly don't know. That's a good question. I will forever and always ask for Macau just because I like ridiculousness, and I will ask for Wisconsin International Raceway just because my home track. It's 3 minutes from my house. I can hear the cars right now on the Thursday night race night. But the track I actually want to be scanned sometime is Surfers Paradise. I was a big fan of that when Kart was there and Champ Car. I love the supercars there. I think it's a great road course. I love the high-speed, crazy chicanes. I would love to race at Surfers Paradise. That's genuinely the track that I hope they get sometime, even though it would be unpopular. But would definitely get that. I don't know what's in the works. I know that they've said Miami is in the works, but other than that and beyond that, I don't know what stage they're in. I don't really keep track of that stuff because it doesn't really matter to me, honestly. I very rarely buy freshly released tracks these days unless it's something I've been looking forward to, just because most of the tracks, like if Navarro would have been paid, I'd never heard of before, so I don't really bother getting into the new tracks all that much unless it's something that I'm specifically looking forward to. Or obviously, if it's going to replace something on the PCC schedule, I'm aware of it and have to be ready to pick a layout and a variant for PCC. But otherwise, I don't really follow that too closely. Another fun fact about my fandom: it took until the 2023 Southern 500 for me to see my guy win in person at any level. I gotta think, who won the 2023 Southern 500? Am I stupid? I don't know who it is. Saw Martin and Terry Labonte finish second a bajillion times. Oh, so you obviously weren't at. You're talking Cup, I assume, because you obviously weren't at any of Mark's Busch wins or the 2003 Southern 500 that Terry won, etc. So I don't know who your guy is. I'm trying to think. Larson. I didn't know Larson was your guy. Now I hate you a little bit more. My problem with Larson isn't that he's not a great driver. He's obviously special. I hate that people say he's the best driver in the history of the world, and I hate that he got a promotion essentially out of the racial slur thing, which it's bygone be bygone now, so I don't really bother about that. But I think he's good. He's good for racing. He's good for the sport. Um, Obviously, someone with that kind of talent is like Kyle Busch-esque, where they can maximize it and just bring eyes to the sport and bring eyes to NASCAR, especially when he does stuff like the double or goes and runs, Knoxville Nationals or whatever the case may be. So, all right, we should get a session launch here shortly. We'll give it a little bit to launch since we're waiting for the previous one, and then we'll get in here, and hopefully this one's wet, even if it's not going to rain real heavily. In my wet practice, just throwing this out there, it rained very slightly and the track was just kind of damp. And I saw it was going to rain in, I don't know, 5 minutes. So I just went on some wet tires to see how the track evolved. And it started coming down hard. It started pouring pretty good. It was pretty crazy. So it can get quite wet in just this kind of standard 26% chance of rain. It gets exceptionally wet. So I would like to see it, even if it starts kind of dry or just a little bit wet. I kind of want to see what everybody does when it gets crazy wet. I haven't seen any wet races. I've just seen the results. Obviously, mine was dry. Chad's was dry. It was the same race. Gavin's was dry. Bryce's was dry. Bob's was dry. So all the people I watch and check out regularly that run this had a dry race. So I would like to see a wet race just to see what it looks like, especially since we're watching for the chaos and calamity. So, all right, race sessions. There we go. Top split this time 2257. So a little bit bigger. More cars in this one also. 43 top split. 675 SOF for bomb split is 41 cars. I think what was last time? 665. So went up a little bit. Let's watch it, see how it's going, see if we have any, again, repeaters from the last race. Any people that were in the previous one. Come on. It dries out super fast. I raced on wet tires for half the race in the dry. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The problem with the Clio is it's so terrible. Like the Mazda, you can't even think about running in the rain with dry tires, so you have to go wet and then just hope you can hang on. So just part of it. People we saw from the last race, Aaron was in that race, of course. Brian was in that race we saw. Who else is in here that we recognize or saw last time out? Actually, a lot of new people, so a pretty different field than what we had. Lucas was in the last one, I believe. Peyton Dickey. And honestly, that's about it. Not too many. A lot of D-Class. Tommy Kindle. This is the guy that just picked up, 2 corners per incident point. Ty Conway, 284 ironing, and that's about it. Zach Dobbs as well was in the last one. So a lot of D-Class, which is actually good. That's what these are for. This split is for learning, for getting better, improving. I'm an hour away from New Hampshire Raceway. Have you ever been there, like for a race weekend? Because we don't really have a cup track near us now that obviously Road America and What am I thinking of? The Milwaukee Mile obviously doesn't have NASCAR races anymore, but neither does Road America, so there isn't really a NASCAR track within normal sight, within normal travel distance for me, which is unfortunate, but I understand it. So get my camera set here. Ty was there. Yeah, I must have missed that one. All right, let's back this way the hell up now. What we were around last time, 25 or something, so. All right, wait for qualifying to start so I can continue backing it up, apparently. All right, somebody leave the pits, and then we'll check our weather here in a sec. Nope, nobody. Is it going to be dry again? What the hell? I know it was 26% chance of rain, but none of these have even, like, they've all been 0% chance of rain. I thought it was 26%, like, when the race was happening. Oh, that guy just spun out leaving the pits. That's always good. It's going well. Oh, he's still sliding all over the place. That's always fun. I'm excited for this. All right, that should be good enough for our viewing pleasure. This guy is all over the place. Holy cow. Hopefully he can keep it together. All right, so we'll watch this one and then we will call it an evening so I can get to bed at a reasonable time. There's a self spin. All right, this guy's having a not very good outlap. Hello, people of Justin's YouTube. Hi, Chad. How we doing? Make sure you all go check out Chad's channel. He was in that PCC race I recorded that you saw earlier today. Great guy, great driver. He's going to be streaming, hopefully, or at least recording or something with Will, the Portimao 1,000 kilometers. So make sure you go check out Chad's channel. Great, a lot of great content there. He's a big Formula Ford guy, open wheel guy, also dipping his toes into some oval stuff. So really good content, variety of content. So make sure you go check him out if you're not already. While you're here on this one, though, I appreciate you all so much for stopping by. I love doing this. I love getting to chat with you all and not have to be as focused as I am when I'm driving. Just kind of be able to interact with chat and have some fun. So make sure you drop that like on the stream if you haven't already. Sub down below if you're new. I greatly appreciate you all so much. And super thank you to Ethan earlier for his super chat. That's my first super chat. So big thanks to E for being the #1 fan of that so far. I think we're both streaming. That's cool. 11 a.m. CST. Yep. Which is what, slot number 4, Chad? Is that correct? Are there 5 total, or is that the last one? I don't remember. All right, well, we're waiting for this to pop off. Let's go catch up on the text messages from the world. And since Will's not here, we can make fun of Will not setting up Chad for success with the you're doing 2. That's pretty brave. You race a lot, though. You have that ability because you're still talented and young and passionate about enduros, which I am not. But anyways, we can make fun of Will since he is not here to not be setting up Chad to properly set up their paint scheme for the Aston. But I remember before too long, Muhammad, you're going to get sick of the enduro garbage and all the crap. What did I say I was on, Chad? Like 37, 36 enduros I've run in my time on iRacing, and I am just can't be bothered. I really want to win Daytona. I really want to win the 24, but other than that, outside of that, it's a lot of work to organize and set everything up and be a part of, and which is why I kind of let Chad and Will handle this one. But definitely wanted to win Daytona for sure. But it's a grind to put together a schedule, especially with how many enduros there are now. There are like 10, so it's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching their race. It's definitely one of those things where I'm excited. I'm not a part of it. I'm not on top of it. A lot of them, yeah. It's yeah, I've been through pretty much everything. I've lost them in a lot of stupid ways. I've been very blessed to win 2. One of them was top split overall. That was 2018 Petit Le Mans, and I won Sebring with Steel last year before our disqualification. That was horseshit, so I still count it. And yeah, we've had a lot of good runs. I think I've finished top 5 at Daytona about 4 times. Been on the podium twice. We finished second at Sebring one year. We finished third at Sebring another year. So I finished all 3 spots on the podium at Sebring. I finished second in the Bathurst 1000. I finished top 10 at Bathurst 12 hour. We finished 5th at the Nürburgring 24 one year. I've never run the Suzuka since that's a newer one. Spa is the one that I've had trouble with, the big enduro one, just because I'm not that good in GT3s and I'm not that good at Spa and I'm not that good in the field of 60 people. So Spa is the only one that I think I've run that I haven't finished top 10 in ever. Obviously, again, I haven't ever run Portimao. I haven't ever run whatever. Oh, and we finished 3rd at Watkins. I think I finished top 3 in all the IMSA ones. So I really want to win Daytona, though. There are a couple that Daytona's gotten away from us that we were leading in like the 20th hour and got killed. Not once, I think, but
Right here,
twice even.
Chad.
So just part of how it goes, but I really, really want to win Daytona. So that's pretty much my only goal. That's good, though. It's always good to be able to just jump in and go. Obviously, makes it so you can focus on one thing, but the bigger ones, I like being a part of it. I like people setting up where they can just come in and drive, especially people that are newer to enduros. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to do all this prep and whatever. I like making it so they don't have to worry about driver scheduling or anything. I'll set up most
I
of
have
that
a
if I
question.
can.
This is my
Let
first
them just
multi-class
focus on practicing and
race.
getting ready to drive. This
If you
31
win
car
in
guy,
your
Michael, sounds like he's about 4 years
category,
old.
if you win in your
Pretty
class,
sure you still have to
does
be
that
like
count as
12 to
race win?
iRace.
Yes. You're
You did
only
not
racing
choke,
against
Chad. It was a
yourself.
very difficult race in difficult conditions, and stuff happens. And like you said, it's just people die a lot, especially at the Nürburgring. It's very hard.
Thank you.
And so it's definitely something that takes time. And again, you said you were prepared to drive by yourself, but the multi-class part of it and traffic and all that stuff, it all takes time. And again, we all still make mistakes. It's just part of it. So
We got you.
this guy literally is not old enough to be on the sim, I swear. All right, we are cooking with Crisco. We got about a minute and a half of queue. Tommy Kindle, the guy who frickin' ate shit over and over and over again the first 4 laps of the last one, is currently on the 86 pole, so maybe it was just a fluke. Yeah, but again, Chad, that's part of it. I mean, again, I told you I wrecked a car at Sebring, about 7, 8 years ago. We were leading with 2 or 3 hours to go, and I wrecked the car, and we ended up finishing 3rd in the C7 DP. So it happens. Like, people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. It's a part of it. You can do everything right and still get killed and lose. So it's just you just gotta go into it with low expectations as far as result, and just worry about finishing the race, and that's the most important bit. So Portimao is the only race I can prepare for properly because it was a completely new car. And crashed again a few laps after repairing, got dive bombed by Pickup. Just telling the story. Yeah, but Muhammad kicks all my ass in everything we drive, so he doesn't need to know all our inner workings. He doesn't need to know all the stories. That's what he uses against us. He's going to come up on us on track and be like, ooh, Chad sucks at the Nerdschleife. We got to use that to our advantage. I do think that the car layout this year for the N24 was wild. I mean, Pickup, yes. GT3, yes. M2, yes. What was it, 86? Yes, Mazda Cup. I can't remember. I don't think there were any GT4s this year, but it just seemed like quite a weird allocation of cars. So, whatever. All right, let's look back at some of the other guys starting towards the back of the field. We'll just pick up again one of these guys starting in the 30s. There are 42 cars once again, it looks like. Very excited to watch this. Is it going to rain? Nope, no rain. Big time sad. Guess I'll just have to keep watching. Big time sad. Wait for somebody to grid up here and we will. Nope, that's the front of the field. Robert Mitchell, who is starting
Tommy, both of us have Monster Energy cars.
41st. Hey, Michael, I'm going to need you to have your balls drop here, buddy. GT3, P-Cup, TCR, M2. Was there not Mazda or 86? I would have swore there was a Mazda or an 86. You're right, though. It was GT3, GT4, P-Cup, TCR, M2. I would have swore there was Mazda or 86. I didn't think that the TCR and the M2 were the slowest car, but maybe they were. I really don't remember. That was a long time ago. That was way back in May.
I'm using a controller.
There are
Oh, Lord.
16 GR86s in your split. Oh, Cam, you got this, man.
It's a warning. Stay away from
Thanks for
13.
stopping by. Good luck, brother. I think you got this. I
didn't
mean, there
know
are, I
you
don't know how
had
many
to use
86s
the
there are in this
on
split.
this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 17 in bottom split, so. Yeah, GT4. I knew what you meant.
He's using a flight stick instead.
They changed the car list for the N24 like
You
every
can
year
use
as they
control on
release
here.
some
One of
new
my
car. It
friends
seems
used
like anytime they
control,
release
got
a
a
new car,
wheel.
they just stick it in the N24 so it gets an Enduro. Then again, we have the production car challenge also, which has changed cars. Is this the second year they're doing it or the third year? I can't remember, but it's at VIR Grand, so I will not be participating because screw that place. So. All right, here we go. Another guy is going to the middle on the start. Why the hell not? That worked out really well for the one guy last time. Going to be basically a rolling start for everybody. Pace car got to be in. We're away. And let's watch the chaos. Nope, they're already like 5 wide. Why not? Shuffling and bustling. Oh, we already got death up here. What happened? How did that guy get turned there? Was it just like 5 wide? Can I go the right way, please? Yeah, they're just a lot of cars wide into there. Unfortunate. Oh, they're still dying here on the corner exit, next corner.
Fucking idiots. Fuck's sake.
Yep, sounds about right. They're about 4 wide again there and just all kind of come together. People are dead literally everywhere. Oh my lord, look at this crash. Let's not brake. Let's just right the hell in there. What happened? What the hell happened? Oh, what a mess. Oh, guy just got spun out in track blockage, and that guy got grip rolled and then just continues to get pummeled. Continues to get pummeled. What was that? Why? Why did this happen? Why can't I click on the yellow car I want to click on? There we go.
I mean,
Let's
sir,
watch
did
this
you not
develop.
get somebody beside me?
They're just guys
No,
tumbling.
just
The
out
track
here,
is
Don.
completely blocked. Every car class. That is hilarious. What? What an event. Oh, this guy still can't get going. Oh,
Go by
man.
10 or whatever number you are.
And again, once again, the pit lane is already full of like 12 cars on lap number 2. Checks out. This guy somehow is over there. This guy just hit the wall all by himself. This same guy, Aaron, who was nearly dive bombing there. Oh, God, that is hilarious. That's the PCC bottom split we were looking for. Maybe I'm glad that we don't have any rain, because this would just be a joke. I would feel obligated to submit like voice chat protests if this was in the rain. Oh no, don't just turn over on the guy. Good grief. I'd feel obligated to submit voice chat bans. Hey, at least Tommy, although he died and is no longer the leader, at least he's going to make it through lap 2. He's going to make a late call to pit. That's going to be a black flag, I believe. That white and red A6 looked like it rolled over. Yeah, that was weird, though. That was like he got hit in just the right spot where it like grip rolled almost. Pretty crazy. I want to find the BMW here towards the back. Randy, who had trouble in queue. I want to see him try to fight his way up through these cars immediately ahead here. See if that's any more chaos. That was hilarious. That was just perfect. I mean, not perfect. It was awful, but already a number of disconnects on lap number 3 once again. Pretty standard stuff, honestly. All right, Randy, let's see what you got. Dive bomb the hell out of these poor guys ahead of you here. What could go wrong? Is he going to send it? Nope, not close enough that time. There's a whole cluster of them up ahead here. He's going to have to navigate through in the last corner. He's going to driver's left. That's pretty brave. Oh, nope. Let's. Jeez. What a mess. All right. Is he going to dive bomb into this last corner? Yeah, of course he is. Oh, they sees him coming. No contact yet. That's actually good awareness and avoidance by both of them, to be fair. But Felipe, 86 ahead. Tricky place to come across a car, honestly. He's going to make it, though, so that's not too bad. Nope, he didn't make it yet. Up the inside goes the 86. Absolutely dive bombs the hell out of it. Misses the corner completely. 86 behind, who is Aaron, I believe. Yep, coming back through. This guy's still having a tough time passing this poor 86 who's all over the curb and is now slow in front. A little bit of a bump and run, braking on the straightaway. What could go wrong?
Dude, what the fuck was that?
Oh, they're still dive bombing. You said it doesn't look like Randy's on a wheel.
Yo, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Oh, the 7-year-old is mad. Oh, I thought that guy was rejoining. Oh, another track blocker. Let's back up right into the racetrack. Why not? Let's back up right into the racetrack. Who was
Who the
that?
hell is backing up on the back straight?
Luis. So what happened here? Just a little bit of door contact. Just that could have almost been netcode, honestly. This guy just turns over and hooks it, and it becomes a 4-car GR86 crash. They all get kind of clustered, and he's just like, oh yeah, screw all you guys. I'm backing up because my car is tank, and I'm getting going if you like it or not. So that's always safe. And then he ran over someone coming to pit road. Is that what just happened there? He did. He's just
What the?
running through the guy trying to get to pit
What are
road.
you doing?
All right, we got to go find Randy since someone wanted to see him if he was on a wheel or a controller. That's hilarious. Tommy Kendall's no Tommy Kendall, yeah. Cockpit view, that's what you want. All right, let's go find the cockpit view. That looks like wheel motion to me. It just looks like, you know, Mad Cat's Xbox wheel motion on the beginner iRacer is what it looks like, honestly.
Zach Peterson, what was the point of that?
Oh yeah, let's wait till the last possible second to dip out of line,
Yeah,
and then
he
just
wrecked me.
slide job the guy.
He wrecked me too.
Oh, guy's over in the grass and the
I
dirt
was
trying
in
to get
first
back
for
for a
the class,
crossover on the
and
faster car. Makes sense.
Yeah, I was in first. Like qualified first in the racing.
It's all going well. I have no idea what this guy back here is doing. He's just giving up.
he gave me a 4X from that.
Oh no, 4X.
That was the
Felipe
second
thought
time
again
he
better about diving into the 86 car.
Is everyone disputing that?
I guess he just doesn't like people passing him because he tried passing me. And he
All
was
right, Michael,
unsuccessful
again,
in
no
getting in
shade.
on me.
What I don't like is that we have a bunch of literal 9-year-olds on
I'm in the
iRacing.
lower
That's what I
classes
don't like.
also.
Doesn't make it a very fun place to be. That's not gatekeeping. I think you all will agree with me. Just makes it tough to take it seriously when we have like literal kids driving. If you're of age and you are good and you're just learning whatever, fine. If you're treating it like a game, I've talked
We're
about
sure
before,
some
fine.
drafting
But when
on
you're
the
like a
track.
literal child, it makes it really hard. All right, let's go find if anybody is close around here. Especially if a BMW is coming up towards other cars. Nope, backed out of that one, thought better of it.
Ethan, I have no idea what you just said. You're all static.
This is that Michael Hughes? Is that Hughes? Someone that's smarter than I? Hugues? Hughes? Hughes? What is that? Anyways, he's still up in like, I must have to take a faster pair because he's quite down the order actually. Bim MW, a fellow Steven. Very vibrant orange. Especially if they do karting, yeah. I'm looking at getting my kid an account for Christmas. Well, your son is what, 13 or 14, you said, Chad? So, like, that's the right age to start. I mean, I started when I was 15, and that was per the sporting code. I mean, you have to be 13. I didn't know that at the time. But if you're following the sporting code and they think 13 is good, it's fine. But it's like when you're literally a child. I mean, I've raced with someone that claimed they were 6. And it's like, okay, if you're 6, you just have rich parents or whatever, and they want you to shut up and go play a racing game, and this is what they chose for some reason, even though it's expensive as hell. And Edwin says, "Bro, I'm not a fan of like literal children." But yes, Chad, we gotta get your son on here, and then we gotta have him learn at the same time as Gavin. So that would be fun, actually. We'll be 13 by then. Fair enough. Preteens shouldn't be playing any online multiplayer games, but I'm speaking from the perspective of someone who remembers OG
Yeah, we
Xbox
can hear you
Live.
now.
I never was on OG Xbox Live. That was before my time, obviously, but I remember 360 Live with the chats, and that was a crazy place on Forza 4. Even I was never into like FPS games, but even on Forza 4, the live chat, the group chats, whatever the chat rooms would be pretty crazy. I mean, I wouldn't subject my kid to that, especially these days with the whole world watching you and everybody recording everything. Like that would not be a safe space for a kid to be these days. This guy's off. Still off. He's taking his sweet time getting back on track. Yeah, tell me when you guys all started sim racing. Obviously, I told you I didn't start till I was 15 and a half. For my half birthday, I got iRacing. I guess technically when I got my 360 when I was 13, I played Forza 4 in an online league, which again I've talked about a little bit before, but I wouldn't really consider that serious. I never practiced or anything for the Forza 4 league. It was a ZMAX league way back in the day, but I never,
What the fuck?
again, practiced or put a bunch of time into it. It was just one of those things.
39.
So this
What are you
guy's going to
doing?
go for a big slide and a spin, get stuck against the inside wall, and he's now driving the wrong way on the track, and he's just going to, actually that was fairly well done. Even though he turned right into the path of cars, he didn't take up the whole track, and everybody's going to
Yeah,
scatter.
someone needs to watch 39. He's making absolutely insane dive bombs and risking every
Who?
one crash.
39? Let's go find 39. I don't even see a 39. Am I blind? Yeah.
Nearly took me out, 39, number 4 behind me.
Yeah, I just saw him do that too.
All right, Ty Conway. That was quite a dive bomb, and he did door him right into the passenger side door. Like, that was a big send, but again, and they closed him off on exit. I mean, that's bottom split racecraft, honestly. Like, it was egregious, but it's not like he just intent wrecked the shit out of him. So that's what you get in this split, so it's fine. Cancel my Xbox Live sub over the phone and told the rep because I tired of being called.
Go
Yeah,
on, Paul,
insert your
get
favorite
past it.
gamer word by
Get
every
past
fourth
that
grader on
crap.
the East Coast. Fair. F1 2001 on PS2, but that was a long time after it came out, maybe 2007 or 8. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I never played any of the Need for Speed games that I grew up with online. Never got into online for those because I didn't really know it was a thing, to be honest with you. I thought every single racing game was single player. What else did I play? This will be fun to watch this BMW cut through some of this traffic. What else did I play other than Forza 4? Like, did I have any online racing experience before Forza 4? I don't think I did. And I pretty much played Forza 4 for about a year and a half and then started iRacing. So I never really played anything else. I've been on this for obviously about 12 years and a bit now. I've never really played anything else online. I don't think I've ever played anything else online, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. Gran Turismo. I never got into Gran Turismo. That always drives Will nuts, but I was a Forza guy and a Need for Speed guy. I never played Gran Turismo. I played Gran Turismo 3 single player just occasionally later. I had it for my PS2. But I never played it as a kid. I was never a Gran Turismo guy. The first NASCAR game I got was NASCAR Thunder 2004. I don't think I got it brand new. The first NASCAR game I remember getting brand new was 2008 when I was 10 years old. Because, yeah, I was born in 97, so played early NFS game. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this, you and I, before, Chad. Have a good night, Ethan. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks again for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Good to have you here. Thank you. Yeah, we talked about the Need for Speed games. I wasn't a big fan of Need for Speed 1. I've never played it, but just
Sorry,
watching it,
random.
it just seemed a little bit too arcadey and, really, really early 90s technology. But I like
Pass
Need for
to my
Speed
right.
2 for what it was.
Go on,
I never
Beamer.
played Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed 3. Loved High Stakes, loved Porsche Unleashed, loved Hot Pursuit 2, and then never really got into it as much with the street racing stuff. So I made a whole video about that, though, so we won't talk too much about Need for Speed. Psygnosis F1. I've never even heard of that. I assume that's like the developer or whatever, but I've never heard of it because I'm dumb. Here's a couple side-by-side cars. That guy really broke late. He doesn't appear to have any brake lights. Didn't know that was a thing. Most Wanted was my favorite for sure. Yeah, you're of that era though. I guess that makes sense. It was never really the thing I was. Yeah, when Most Wanted came out, which was what 2005, so I was 7 and already kind of done with the Need for Speedy type games. Probably because I was still playing the original couple. I was still playing Hot Pursuit 2 and Porsche Unleashed and High Stakes. Oh, why is this dude just breaking on a straightaway? What the hell? Need for Speed 3. Yeah, you can't type tonight. I never played Hot Pursuit. I really should at least play it. If not for the channel, I should just play it. I assume that from what I've heard, it's 90% similar to High Stakes. And I loved High Stakes. The physics were a little bit janky, but it was also 1999. So, but I love the car list of High Stakes. I love the game format. If the physics and kind of the graphics were a little bit better, I'd probably think it was pretty much top tier. But Porsche Unleashed and Hot Pursuit 2 is still clear for me personally. 3 seems to be a danger area on the keyboard. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's find another battle here. Once again, the leader, Guyver, has a 16-second lead over Randy, who's still doing good, still cruising. So good for Randy. He's gone from 7th to 2nd so far. Still got just about half of the race to go, which is all right. Just about 11 and a bit minutes. Nothing too crazy. Again, a lot of the field I think is pretty spread out here. Yeah, if you haven't seen my my Need for Speed story video, obviously just search my name or go find it, and my Need for Speed story. I really love talking about Need for Speed. Not just because I think they're good games, even 25 years later. If I start getting tired, it's all danger. That's so true. Not just because I love, you know, the games from what they were and they're a nostalgic part of my childhood. I genuinely think they're pretty good games, especially for their time. I think Need for Speed is a great place to start if you're trying to tell someone about kind of the story of racing. That was a huge ass dive bomb, but the guy let him go. I think Need for Speed, those early games, the pre-street racing games, the exotics and hypercars games from the late 90s, early 2000s. I honestly would
Sorry,
put
my
those up
fault
against any
completely.
racing game, pure game. We're not talking Sims, we're not talking Simcades, anything like that, but pure games, kind of arcadey style games, even though they're not arcade games. You know what I'm saying? I would put those early Need for Speed games up against anything. And again, that's not just in my opinion, my nostalgia talking. I think they're good games. So let's find another battle here. BMW coming through. Should be able to get by that guy pretty easily. We'll see if Aaron has a send on this other Mazda. He's close. He's going to juke out to the right. They're both going to brake quite late. Was that a netcode 4X? Nope, he just blinked. 86 wrecked coming to pit lane. This guy is blinking a hell of a lot, this pink car here, or purple car. Still got a ways to go, just about 10 minutes. Still side by side in the first corner. Aaron trying to make a pass, but going to have to fight for it, obviously. Is this for the lead? No, this is a lap car, sorry. This is Peyton Dickey. Oh, he's just going to dive bomb that corner. Good switchback from Aaron, actually. That was a nice crossover. I wish we got more games made by passionate people these days, not just a worker doing his thing with the big company guidelines. I agree with that. I think development has gone downhill, but I also think they're kind of handcuffed with microtransactions and all the other things like that. Like, people have done really good remasters of like the intro to Need for Speed High Stakes that I love. I'm sure that you've seen it if you're a fan. It's out there in a lot of different places, but the intro of that game is legendary to me, as is the intro to Hot Pursuit 2. Obviously, everybody knows my love of the Diablo 6.0. But if they did a remaster of High Stakes, even if it was the exact same game and just looked nicer and worked better on modern systems, I'd play it with the the 90s car list and whatever. I want to hear Rom DePrisco because that's what that game was all about. It was about authenticism and original soundtracks and the cars of the day. It wasn't about drifting and NOS and doing flips and all this other shit that we have today. So GT4 is probably by far my favorite racing game when I was younger. I built a stand out of wood for my Logitech wheel and raced for it on hours. Yeah, I've heard good things. I have played GT4. It will make some channel appearances in the future, so definitely keep an eye out for that. Don't know exactly when, probably going to be several months yet, but hopefully towards the end of this year we'll have some Gran Turismo 4 stuff. Probably not what you're thinking it'll be, but Will talked me into it earlier this spring about trying Gran Turismo 4, so I do have some content prepared for that. So keep an eye out for that. I think I played that one on PS2. Not quite sure if it was 5 or not, but I loved it. People have said good things about 2 and 3 and 4. I wanted to play a PS2 version. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play the original Gran Turismo that I know of, but 2 obviously has a lot of popularity. Jimmy Broadbent's played that. I played 3 just a little bit, and now I've played some of 4 a little bit. And again, have some content for the channel that'll be coming out later this year, hopefully. So looking forward to that for sure. I like that I get to play classic racing games. It does make me really happy to go back and play them. Do the mod GT4 runs good on emulation software? I don't know what I played, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know if it was modded. I don't know what it was. I just got it from an actual copy of the game. So a couple Mazdas close battling here. I don't know what version I have or anything. You'll probably be able to tell me when we get to that point. But oh, a couple of guys dead up ahead. What happened here? Oh, a lot of guys dead up ahead. What happened? Big old send from Mr. Ty Conway. Yeah, he's just off track and comes back on. That's almost simultaneous to this guy spinning out ahead. Was this totally separate? He's just stopped here for a long time. Oh, he gets punted too by Jake again. Almost a similar issue, almost identical actually. Just kind of gets spun around. He stopped there in the middle of the track for a long time and then backs up and there's a separate incident there. So that's pretty bottom split PCC, to be honest with you. Randy's still cruising. He's second. He's 18 seconds behind, but the third place BMW is in 11th overall, a lap down. So the front two, if they have no issues, are pretty good shape. They're all kind of running up together and safe so far. So this guy's been a disaster, but he's still running again 5th in class. So could definitely be worse. Again, pretty much everybody's quite spread. Guyver still has about a 15-second lead on Randy. A couple of close cars here together. Lucas trying to get by this 86. I don't think he's racing the car ahead for position there, so this is just because he wants to make a pass, which is fine. Fair game, part of the multi-class. Almost runs wide there. I expect to send on the inside here. Yep. Actually, brake quite early. The 86 is just braking deep. This 86 doesn't look like it has any brake lights. Ty. Here there, he's just not using brakes, which he's in 3rd in class, but he's been in at least a couple incidents to this point, so maybe he's not using brakes, but we'll be able to tell into this corner, obviously. Yeah, he must have got ass packed so hard that he doesn't have brake lights. I don't see that very often. Usually they fix that, but maybe he hasn't been in the pits to fix that, so maybe that would make sense. But any other close battles? No, nothing at all, really. Yeah, nothing really happening here. They're all pretty spread out, but I think, again, most of the field is laps down or broken or disconnected, so that, again, kind of makes sense. But once again, we are up past 500 subs now. Last week or so, we've gotten over that mark, so thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. All 11 support's amazing. Those of you that have stopped by chat tonight, thank you so much. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I'm so glad I get to do this and have fun, and I would do this again if nobody watching it was for, nobody cared. I would do it if I was the only person that watched my videos, just because I like sharing my love of racing and my love of cars and making content on the sim with other people. So even if it was just like me and my mom that watched, I'd still do it. But it's pretty cool to get to do live chats like this and talk with y'all and not be quite so hardcore. And again, we get some good laughs out of watching whatever this is. But almost contact there from Klaus in the back of Peyton. Guyver being nice and patient, has a big lead with just a couple minutes to go, 3 or 4 laps here. Lap car ahead is in many laps down, 21st overall, about to go 3 laps down, but still like 5th in class. So yeah, field quite spread, quite dead. A lot of cars in a lot of places. Here comes an 86. Michael thought about going up the inside, but the Mazda outbraked him a little bit. 86 ahead had some issues. That's Brandon. Lucas going to go for a pass into the final corner. Make that pretty easily, actually. Everybody survives that. Yeah, no real close battles. Nothing really going on. Everybody seems to be pretty spread. We'll watch Zach, and I think that's Guyver behind here. Guyver's the 40 car. I didn't even realize that until just now. Out of 42, whatever, he is the 3rd lowest ironing guy, so he's like, I don't know, 400 ironing. I'd run this if it was guaranteed rain. Hey, CR2, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope you're doing well. Missed racing with you. It's been a little while since we've been in a race together, but I appreciate you and I miss you. So I definitely was hoping to watch some rain. I was hoping my race had rain, but that's kind of the luck of the draw. I guess 26% chance of rain is indeed less than we thought it was. I thought when the opening slot was quite wet that we were going to be in for a disaster, but it's turned out okay. Guyver surely coming to, what, 2 laps to go then?
Yo, what are you doing? I got out of the way for you, and you still hit me. It's actually crazy.
12-year-old's back. To be fair, he is way out of the way. He overdrove the corner, and this guy missed it even worse. That's just kind of one of those racing deals, though. I mean, they're both offline. They both went in the corner too hard, so it is what it is. So this guy started up at the front. He's still running, what, like 8th? 7th or 8th in class. Tsukuba is indeed great in the rain. I'd like to run another one if I knew it was going to rain, but I don't know for sure that it's going to rain, so I'm not going to do that. But Got to be on the last 2 laps here. Popsicle sticks, I would imagine. There's Guyver going to be coming back to the white flag. Credit One Bank, 1 to go. And then we'll have to check out the results real quick so Muhammad can get a couple more reactions in on the stream. So, final lap about to start for car number 40. Was it worth it? Yes, sir. Bottom split PCC at Tsukuba. It is always fucking worth it. I can promise you that. YOLO ha ye. Tomorrow's Friday. I kept thinking that, again, tonight was Friday. I forgot I have to, like, go to work tomorrow and then go to that wedding. I forgot about that completely. I really thought it was the weekend and I just had the wedding. But nope, 1 more day of work, so it's fine. All right, last lap starting for most of these guys. Leader we saw was up ahead. Again, nobody's really all that close together. No real battles, certainly not for position at this point in the race. Everybody's quite spread. But even just like people catching each other, there's nobody really all that close here. Michael is up behind the orange car, which is Sarah. Is this for position? It is. This is for second place in GR86 on the last lap. So is that Klaus up ahead? I would assume it is. Oh, that's the wrong way. Sorry. Nope, that's Tommy Kendall, who's not Tommy Kendall and definitely doesn't have the skill. So this is it here. You got 1 more corner, Michael. The Sarah ahead went quite defensive into that corner. You gotta get a good exit though.
Think you've got me here, Roger. Number 7, you're fucking fast in that little MX-5, I tell you.
Gotta send it
Big
right here.
push
It's last
now.
corner. Come on, Michael. There you go. Take a look. They're gonna block. Oh, you had the line. All you had to do was take the inside line. They'd moved over. It's gonna be tough to make a pass from here. He's got the crossover. They're gonna make contact. That's gonna be a 0x, I would think.
I'm
Thanks,
saying,
Scott.
you're
I
very
appreciate you
fast.
stopping by. I
I've been
really do
trying to
appreciate
catch
it. Thank
man.
you so much. I'm glad it was entertaining. That's why we're doing this. We're not
Oh,
actually
okay,
learning
thank you.
anything serious. I like seeing this and laughing and seeing some crazy shit. So, congratulations to Guyver. That was a pretty dominating victory, especially from the 40 car. But
What
again,
way
it's
is
kind
it
of a
to
crapshoot in this split who's actually faster or whatever. So,
Good race, guys.
most people will come up here, and we will go wrap this up, and we'll go check out the results. Wait for everybody to come across the line and finish up. Looks like most people have finished up their races, so this guy might be the last guy, in fact. A lot of poo-poo drivers out here. Scott, that is the understatement of the year. Unfortunately, I saw you in a couple things, so I think one of them might be you. But nonetheless, still a true statement. Yep, so Brian was the final car to finish. A lot of interesting guys. There goes the 12-year-old, this guy here. Rest in peace, 12-year-old. That makes me 15. I was probably iRacing before he was born. That's really scary to think about that, I just realized. But no wonder we don't talk about that. This is the best bottom split PCC race I have watched today. How many PCC bottom splits have you watched today? Oh, we forgot to check the incidents, my bad. What did we have last time? 22 out of 24 double digit? Or 22 out of 42? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 66%, 2/3 of the field. 2/3 of the field had double-digit incident points. 2/3 of the field. That is absurd. Again, I remind you, I've had 2x this season, and I am at 1,200 corners per incident. These guys are getting 12x, and a couple of guys did have 0x, but did they actually start the race is the question. The 26 car and the 37 car, did they start the race? Nope, neither of them. So nobody that actually started the race had 0x. Unfortunate. Sad to see. Now we know how Carl got so fast. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't believe 28 cars out of 42 had double-digit incident points. How many DQs did we have? Are there DQs for 18X or is it a drive-through? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 cars DQ'd if the incidence is 17. 8 cars DQ'd, 28 had double-digit incidents. That is absolutely wild. It's not the practicing, it was watching Bottom Split PCC all day. I love that. That's great. That's hilarious. Now I understand all those forum posts. Yeah, right. Exactly. I understand too. The more I think about this, Muhammad, these are the people that are voting for our schedule and think that stuff like this is normal and fun. So take that for what you will. That is crazy. I guess I gotta watch whatever Steve just sent me. Oh, it's the Formula One game you were talking about. All right, fair enough. I'll go watch that later. Thanks, Steve. One lead change. I don't remember who started at the front or who led, but this guy only led 15 laps. He managed to have 12x while winning. This guy managed to have 16x while finishing second comfortably. And he won and got 36 championship points. That is kind of sad. Survived the start but threw away the win stupidly. Oh, that's all right, Cam. It happens. As long as you had fun. 135 ironing. So this guy got a third of his iron. That's a watermelon from Mr. Pico. Thanks, Mohammed. This guy got a third of his ironing, roughly, from one race. Like, he was at 215, and now he's 345. That is wild. Again, he was the 40 car, though, so well done. That makes sense. A couple people over 1,000 in this one. Must be 17x disqualification based on this, so... Yeah, quite a disaster. What I don't get and don't like, now that I think about it, when you get DQ'd, I get why it says over here DQ, but why does it not still say your license and your safety rating loss and your ironing and your ironing loss? I never understood that. That doesn't really quite make sense. Why make my own mistakes when I can learn from others? Yeah. Fun is not how I would describe having to let the entirety of the MX-5 and GR86 field by. Yeah, I understand that. That's true. I guess if it was really early, that's fair. How do you get to 84 ironing? Who's 84 ironing? The last guy? The 42 car? I just gotta go find him, sorry. Oh, yeah, that's Garrison Herrera. Wow. All right, we have to look at this profile. I'm sorry, Garrison, if you're here watching this, but we have to see this. You've made 78 starts and you've won 7 races. That's incredible. And honestly, their SR, like, only 5.4x per race. That's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I guess technically though, if you're always in bomb split and have a lot of rough races and lose big chunks of the time or just kind of finish meh, like that kind of makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, but it's still quite impressive. It's a little bit sad, but again, I'm a firm believer if you enjoy the racing and you enjoy what you do, so be it. Who am I to judge? For sure. I mean, I'll judge you for SR for sure, but that's because SR is what I do. But iRacing, you do you. If you're having fun, it's fine. Must quit after every bad start. Yeah, that would make sense. I guess I didn't think about that either, but whatever. All right, we are going to call that a night, folks. I gotta go get ready for bed, get showered up, and be ready to start my Friday and go to that wedding tomorrow. So not gonna have a video tomorrow, unfortunately, but go back, watch my PCC video from today, driving the Clio around Tsukuba here. It was dry. Also, if we were here for that Need for Speed discussion, go watch My Need for Speed Story. I think it's titled My Need for Speed Story. Obviously, just search my name and then My Need for Speed Story. I think the thumbnail is a C5 Corvette Z06, so go check that one out. I love talking through that and talking about my past on racing games and how I got into racing games and all that stuff. So I really appreciate that. If you haven't already, go drop a like on this stream so I know you enjoyed it. I appreciate all the love and support. Sub if you're new. Again, greatly appreciate you all are so wonderful and I'm so thankful. It's awesome to get some chats in and see people and get to converse about all this. And again, special thanks. I know I went to bed to Ethan for being my first ever super chat. So that's the benefit of getting this 500 subs thing going on. So love the super chats. I'm not going to do any channel memberships though. I want all my content to be free, ready, available to anybody. Don't ever want to play anything behind the paywall, so we're not going to do that. So just read a couple more messages here before we get going. GR86's jumped the start, and apparently the MX-5s did as well. We were barely rolling and had 4 wide into turn 1. That sounds like PCC, Cam. I don't know what you're complaining about. GT1 practice for me. Good. Hope it goes well, Chad. Let me know, obviously, if you guys need anything and how it goes. Appreciate you, Mohammed, stopping by. Chad, you were here for quite a while. Everybody else that stopped by, I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night as well. The moments with the flashing was funny as hell. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I've had my rant about flashing, but, you know, I'll bet you most of the people, I don't know what that even is. Is that the night sky with fireworks? What is that? I don't want to talk too much about the flashing thing. The people in Bomb Split probably don't even know how to flash the headlights, to be honest with you, so whatever. Unsubbing so I can sub again. We're not doing that. Save that for when I get to 1 million. I'm going to hit the big time and make $1 gazillion and buy a ZL1 Slate. Night with stars. Okay, I got it. Well, I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Not sure when we'll do the next one of these, but maybe next week, since I don't really have anything going on, we'll go watch a auto club race, bottom split. Even I'm not sure how popular they're going to be, so it might not be the typical 400 ironing bomb split, but maybe we'll do that for auto club next week. So again, drop that like, appreciate it. Let me know what you think of the Need for Speed video, those of you that go watch it that haven't seen it before. And we'll be back to regular good content and other stuff iRacing next week. So thank you all so much for stopping by. That'll be it.